Because his is not a face that I think is well recognized outside of Hawaii, I'm going to explain. That was Walter Ritty. He is one of the foremost Hawaiian activists, and he was instrumental in getting the US military to stop bombing the island of Kaho'olawe and returning it back to Hawaii. He's not just an activist, but a politician, or he's tried to be anyway. Hawaiians are always told that we need to go through the political system in order to make change, and Walter Ritty is somebody who's tried to do that multiple times. Another fact you may not know, but districts in Hawaii are not necessarily divided by island. There are several islands that get lumped together. Walter Ritty has tried to become the representative for the island of Kaho'olawe twice. Both times he lost by very, very narrow margins. He actually just recently lost the primary that we just had. Protest against the building of the 30-meter telescope, or TMT, on the mountaintop of Mauna Kea on the island of Hawaii are ongoing. Some things you may not know about that build is that this is not the only telescope. There are already 13 observatories on the mountaintop. And I do understand people who are for this build, even people in the Native Hawaiian community. I get that there are benefits involved with it, but there are also realistic harms. The issue is that a lot of these harms are intangible. A mindset of colonization prioritizes things such as money and jobs over culture every time, so that it's not enough for an indigenous people to say, this land is sacred, don't touch it. People are way more easily swayed by profit, and it's not right. It should be enough that the community has said no. It should be enough that Native Hawaiians, as a majority, have said no. And I'm confident in that if it was put to a vote, the majority would. But it was not put to a vote, and our voices are not being heard. He's right. This is the last stand, because it's not just about this telescope. It's about history, it's about precedents, it's about understanding that nothing happens in a vacuum, and that if we lose this, it's the beginning of the end. As someone who's Kanaka, I've already come to terms with the fact that it is very likely that Hawaiian blood won't be around in the future. This doesn't really scare me, because it's obvious to me that a culture is more than blood. That said, greater than that, than language, than practice, and anything else, the core pillar of Hawaiian culture is land, and I'm more scared of that. What are Hawaiians without Hawaii?